Okay, so we're going to try this again. Get this thing set up.
Can you get it up like that?
I wish it would stand up straighter. I don't think it's going to, though. So it's a weird angle. Sorry, you're looking partially up our noses.
Okay, let's stand up.
Maybe we could, I don't know how we can do this. If we could put the camera up higher somehow. We're having some technical issues. But she said she could see us now, so that's a good thing.
Try this. This is heavier, and it might help it stand up more.
Okay, so we're going to see if we can prop this up a little bit better. Okay, Jess says it's all good.
Does that look better? Yeah. We're not, because you know, when it's angled like that, it shows the bags on the faces more.
I know, it does.
It ages you about 20 years, trust me. I don't like that.
I know, me neither. Okay, so this is much better. Okay, we're getting some hearts coming through. Thank you guys for that. So yeah, we're starting this over. So we're here at Roasters, got to support our local businesses.
Yes.
And I'm here with my friend Maggie. And she is just getting started with all the social media stuff. She's an awesome, awesome lady. And I wanted to sort of introduce her and kind of tell her story a little bit. And then maybe, you know, get some pointers from some of you guys that are out there who've been doing this for a little while. But first, I will introduce myself to those who don't know, and welcome to all of you who are on the replay. My name is Crystal Willingham, and I'm the owner of cclaritymedia and Consulting, and it is my passion to help business owners, entrepreneurs find balance and harmony in all areas of life, holistically, mind, body, spirit, relationships, and finances. So the social media thing is my jam, and I like to share and help other people figure it out and make it really effective and make it work for all of us. So again, this is my friend Maggie.
Hello.
And so Maggie is she is a Be Light brand fan, and she has a really amazing story of just, you know, sort of transformation with this particular product that she uses. And so Maggie, I would just love to have you just, you know, talk to me and us about a little bit about your experience, because it's so amazing.
Well, when I first got introduced to the Be Light, I was very, very leery about taking anything because I have a lot of medical issues. My friend took it right away. I waited till I saw my doctor, and I told him I was taking it. I was going to take it no matter what, but I wanted to have him on board. And the very first day I took it, I had sustained energy through the day, and it's made a tremendous difference in my life. I've got my life back. I got adrenal fatigue and Lyme's disease. My life was planned around my low energy levels. I would get up in the morning, get my coffee. I would go back to bed and wait for the coffee to take effect. And if I had enough energy, I'd get a shower and maybe get one thing accomplished during my day. This has changed my life. I have the energy to get through my day. I can keep on going until I decide to stop. And I am sharing this with everybody because there's so many people that just don't have the energy, maybe not as bad as I do. But I've been climbing Badger Mountain, and in our area, that's the place where the real exercise people go. And I don't have any downtime. Before, if I couldn't even consider walking 4 or 5 blocks moderately, and I like to really power walk because I've always been in health and physical fitness. And what happens is I was afraid of just getting out there and crashing and not being able to get home. And I can do anything now. And some people it takes one to get the energy. Some people it takes two. We're willing to help people. I'm willing to give free samples until we get the right recipe, and if that's what you want to do. About a week and a half after I got involved in it, I realized, oh, Be Light. Oh my gosh, weight loss. It didn't dawn on me, right? So what I did was I started doubling it up because what's supposed to happen is at nighttime, it's supposed to reduce the cravings. And so with me on one, it didn't work. So I upped it to 2. And I have lost 16 pounds since September the 10th. And you can do it without trying. You don't have to change your eating habits, nothing. But what happens when you take the V-Light, it affects you to the point where you're satisfied, you don't have the cravings for the bad food, you don't feel deprived. And that's one of the issues that many people have in a challenge, with any kind of program that they're on. So when it takes all that out of the picture, you have the control to do what you want to do. So you will become the best you, your health will improve, and you'll be able to function and have the better quality life, as you go through your years. And, I wish this was out here 20 years ago. Of course, I didn't have all those complications.
Right.
But, yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know if I...
No, so that's fantastic. So the reason why I really wanted to do a Periscope and introduce Maggie to the world of Periscope is because she has such an amazing story. I know that all of you can see how passionate she is, how much of an impact this has made on her life. Clearly this woman has been, transformed by the product that she's using. I myself have used the product and I love it. But this medium, using Periscope and using social media, is a way that we can be authentic and share our stories and share our knowledge and share the information that we have with each other. This medium is not about selling, but it's about allowing yourself to get out there, get out of your comfort zone, and share with other people things that might be beneficial for them and that might help them. Absolutely. That is Junior. What's your name? Can you type your name in and tell us where you're watching us from? So that's my thing. Sharing is my jam. I love it. I really thrive to actually share other people. Wayne from Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you, Wayne from Memphis, Tennessee, for joining us on the Scope today. So, Wayne, have you been using Periscope for a while? Are you, sort of expert status yet, or are you just kind of getting started with it? So we'll wait for Wayne to reply. Mostly viewing. Okay, cool. So that's another thing. It's really kind of important to, when you're using a social media channel, or you're using a social media, medium, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Periscope or Twitter, it's really important to engage with other people and watch what they're doing. Oh, Jessica says Wayne's a loyal supporter. That's awesome, Wayne. Thank you so much for actually being here. But it is very important to do that. And that's one of the things that I found is that, taking the time, and for me, it's going to have to be one of those things that I schedule and plan for the time to actually get out here and watch other people's scopes and see what other people are talking about and contribute to the conversation in meaningful ways. But I think that Maggie would be a perfect candidate for being able to use this medium. And I think the cool thing is that, our range of people who were using this. We have the teenagers, the 20-year-olds, and every age group is getting out here and actually using this. And when you have people who have life experience like Maggie does, then there's so much more richness that she can be sharing, and there's so much that her story can help other people. And so this was just an opportunity for her to get a chance to kind of see how this really works, and ask any questions that she might have. So if any of you are joining us right now and you have any advice for Maggie, she's just getting started with all this stuff, using Periscope, getting it set up on her phone, and starting to follow people and figure out how to actually make it beneficial for not just her opportunity to share her story, which is really amazing. I work from home, and it's a lot like having coworkers. Yeah. Thank you for joining us from Costa Rica. And if you could, also tell us your name, that would be awesome. Tara's back. Hi, Tara. And so one more time, for the people who are just getting on and who are just joining us, we're here at Roasters Coffee, and so we love supporting our locally owned businesses. And so we're both having our little Americano coffees today. And but we are here just kind of talking about how powerful it is to use this social media tool for social collaboration. And Maggie here is brand new to this whole thing, and I just, in talking with her the other day, and her sharing her story with me. Hey, Tara. She was sharing her story with me and the passion that she has because of how this product that she uses.
It's life-changing.
Yep. has changed her life so much that I thought, this is a story that people would love to hear. They would love to listen to her, share her story.
And I'm on a mission to help anybody that doesn't have energy to get through their day. You don't have to have a disease to benefit from this. And the weight loss thing, my gosh, it's amazing what's happening to people.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And then not only does Sabrina says she'd love to hear. So Sabrina, if you're just joining us, I'll go ahead and have Maggie just kind of tell her story one more time.
I probably won't be so dramatic.
She got a little emotional the first time that she told it, because it's an amazing if you've ever and Wayne says he's always open for weight loss tips. That's awesome. So if you've ever struggled with energy, I know that I have. I thought at one point that I had chronic fatigue. It ended up being food allergies, and I had no idea. Yeah, I was allergic to gluten and peanuts and egg whites, and I had no idea. And so it drained me of my energy. I would eat pizza on Friday night and not be able to get out of bed on Saturday. And I just didn't know what was going on. So, having a condition where you have low energy is really challenging for a lot of people. And so Maggie had, dealt with that for a long, long time. Go ahead and tell them.
I can go into a little bit more detail. Last year in January, I was diagnosed with Lyme's disease. The next month, I was diagnosed with lymphedema. The next month, I was in Vegas. And I went to the Cosmos up the escalator, and the double doors opened into the swimming pool, and the chlorine hit me, and I collapsed. I had extreme salt and chlorine allergies, and luckily I have a doctor that cures allergies. He uses the NAET system. It's called Nugerpon's Allergy Elimination Techniques, and it took a series, but I'm able to have salt now because you can't function without salt. I also was diagnosed with kidney disease, and if my levels dropped one more point, I would have to have dialysis. And I thank God the good Lord is watching over me, because I was referred by my naturopath to acupuncture and herbal medicine. They say your levels never improve, but mine did, and I've been perfect for a year and a half. I am very careful on what goes in my body, so all these things just happened to me. I don't know why. Okay, because you think if you're doing all the wrong things, all the bad stuff happens. Well, bad stuff happens to you when you do good things too. Yeah. But when I found B-Light, it changed my life. Before B-Light, I would wake up in the morning and I just couldn't get out of bed. I'd force myself out of bed to get coffee, hoping the caffeine would work. I'd sit in bed waiting for that to happen, hoping I'd be able to have a shower. I would plan my day that if I could force myself to get one thing accomplished more than I did in my normal day, I was, supposedly getting ahead. But now I take the B-Light and I go all day strong, just like the Ever-Ready battery. And last night I was up to 1. And I got up at 6 this morning, and I'm just loving this stuff because I have got my life back. I'm acting like a little 30-year-old kid. And guys, I'm not a young girl. I'm 61 years old. So I just want to let you know that, older people do have a problem, and younger people have all these issues too. You got your kids, you've got your busy lives, and you get the drops in the day, and those energy drinks are the worst thing all the chemicals. This is completely natural. Your body absorbs it, and that's why you get such a benefit.
Exactly. And it's giving you something that you're missing, that your body's actually craving. You need these B vitamins.
Right. And then the other thing too, I didn't connect the B-Light had something to do with the weight loss. And so about a week and a half after trying this, I doubled it because I wasn't getting the less cravings at night. And since September 10th, I've lost 16 pounds, and I'm just loving it because my medication, I gained so much weight this year that I was the same weight as when I was pregnant. And so now it's given me the edge. All you do is take this, you don't change anything, but what the B-Light does, it suppresses your appetite for the bad stuff, so you don't feel deprived. So you're actually in control. And then you don't feel like eating as much. And some people even say that they have to remind themselves to eat. So it just, everybody's recipe is different, and it's just getting the right recipe, and I'll work with you to get your right recipe, and then I can show you how to get it at discount. You know, it's all about doing the right thing with people. And I don't want to sell people something without them trying it, because I don't want it sitting on the shelf. You know, you want dollar for what you spend.
Right.
And so, you know, that's my approach.
Right. That's awesome. This lady is extremely passionate. Where do we get it? So she has a website. What's your website address?
It's www.gotenergylady.com, and that's what they dubbed me, because I go around and give energy capsules all over the place, so that's what they call me, the Got Energy Lady.
The Got Energy Lady. And so when you land on her website, there's a couple of different ways that you can buy the product. So you can actually just buy it as a customer, or you can sign up as a brand fan. And Maggie, are you okay with giving your email address?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
my email is gotenergylady@yahoo.com. And I do want to say that if you do go straight to the website, sign up as a brand fan. If you click on the, I guess lower on the right side, it's where the brand fan is. And it'll explain that there's no cost, no obligation. It holds your spot in the company. So if you refer, you know, if you share with your sister or your brother because you're losing weight and they want it too, they can purchase underneath you, and you can get, you know, a little residual bonus. And if you choose to, you know, become active, it'll show you how to do that. But, you know, what I like about this company is there's no membership, there's no monthly
no minimum,
no
auto ship, nothing
and
that you have to do.
You just purchase when you want, and so you can have it your way. There's so many different options, and you might say, okay, I just want to be a customer. You might decide later on that you want to share it with your sister, your mother, your cousin, you know, your coworker. But the thing is it's there for you once you sign up. You can choose, and you can change your mind at any time. You might say, oh, I want the opportunity, but then things might happen in your life. It might get too chaotic. You know, you might have some life circumstances, and then you might just want to take it, you know, for a while as a customer. But I'll tell you, once you try this stuff, it'll change your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and again, it's, you know, one of the things that Maggie, I love the way that she you know, shares this particular product and letting people know that not everybody's the same. Mm-hmm. You know, one pill works for her. I have to take 3.
No, I take 2 now.
She takes 2.
Yeah.
I have to take 3. You know, and it is all natural. Yeah, it's a food grade, all natural bee complex. And there's no fillers, there's no artificial ingredients, there's nothing bad for you.
And they have a proprietary blend, which has got a little bit of koala nut, it's got black pepper, it's got green tea, and a few other things. And you can find that on the website as well.
It's got some hoodia in there, it's got a thermogenic, it's got the bitter orange, which is a thermogenic. So it's you know, it's a really very well designed product. I worked in the vitamin industry for 3 years. I was an associate at Super Supplements for 3 years, and that at the time before the company was sold to Vitamin Shop, it was a wonderful place to learn. They encouraged us to learn, and we had all kinds of training. We were able to get online. We were able to do research on our own in downtime when there wasn't, you know, when there were no customers in the store. And so I feel like I got a college education on, you know, supplementation just working there. And when I saw the ingredients in this product, I literally was like, okay, yeah, I would use this.
Yeah.
The first thing that I always look for when I look at a supplement, especially if it's a B vitamin supplement, what kind of B12 is in it? If it's cyanocobalamin, it means that the B is bound with cyanide. That is not a good form of B12 to take. In this product, it's a methylated B12, which means that your body does not have to work as hard to process it. It's a more expensive form of the B12. It requires that they put more in there because your body won't process it completely. So they have to put a lot more in there than they put the other kind. So I look for things like that when I look at supplements, and this had everything in it that I was like, wow, this is actually a really good formula. And then, of course, when I tried it, I noticed the effects of it right away, and that's unheard of.
Well, I wouldn't have tried it if it wasn't all natural, because everything in my diet is natural. So that was the key for me. And when I was introduced to it, I just really wanted my doctor to come on board. And he looked at all the ingredients. We had a list directly from the company for retailers. And he said this is one of the best ones he's ever seen. And his wife is now taking the product, and she's just loving it as well.
See, so it's really great. Hey, Margaret just joined us. And so one of the things that, hey, thanks for the heart, honey. One of the things that I wanted to, if you know, for those of you who are watching, to just kind of share your feedback on, you know, with Maggie especially, because she's just getting started with this, that how do you feel about, you know, what people talk about on Periscope? I mean, for me, it's like giving people really high quality information and just sharing it from your heart, really, and being authentic and just talking about what you know about and what you like. This lady is a wealth of knowledge. She has been, you know, because she's been through adding value. Yeah, Sabrina, thank you. Definitely. You know, she's been through so much physically with her own health, and now, you know,
I'm stable.
Yeah,
I'm like a new person.
Having come through it, you know, and all the things that she has learned how to do. So I think that, you know, for her to have her own channel where she's on a consistent basis, where she's, you know, just kind of getting on here and just talking about what she knows about, I think would be really, really strong. And of course, then you're going to have people who are just interested. Yeah, it is real and it's raw. And yeah, okay, well, great, Sabrina.
Thank you.
So I don't know, have you set up your?
I have not. You know, I hate to say it, I'm not tech savvy. My daughter, bless her heart, she left for Germany, and the day she left, she set me up on Facebook, and I hadn't even, you know, gone in there, and I got an infection, which, you know, I had to take antibiotics for, and I haven't had those for 8 or 10 years. And I got to tell you, just because, you know, you get diseases doesn't mean you don't get sick, but it just kind of threw me for a loop. But in that downtime, I figured out a lot of things about Facebook. So I also, the week before that she left, I bought one of these Samsung phones, and I had just a little phone that did texting. So guys, I've come a long way. I am definitely learning this. I have so many ideas that I have shared with Crystal, and she's amazed, because if I had the technology, I'd be able to do all these things. And
she's going
share.
to. Let me just tell you, this lady is on it. She's going to get where she's wanting to go.
Yeah, and what I've done here locally in the community is I've held a lot of different events and on the weekend in booths and at the Women's Expo and at Christmas time, of course, they have a lot of bazaars, just to let the word out and to share with people. And what I do is, you know, other people like to just, you know, sell product. But what I do is I do a sample and share promotion where I start people off on one of the capsules, and it's like, instead of having an energy drink, you got energy in a capsule, and it's natural, none of the other stuff going on. And then I get back with them, see how they do. What I tell people is that when you take one, you should expect a sustained energy, no highs, no lows, no jitters, DDTs, you know, that kind of thing. But the whole thing is you're not supposed to experience a high that you can't come down on, you know, because that's bad for you. But you should have a sustained energy to get through the day with no drop. Now, if you can do that, that's working for you. But at nighttime, you're supposed to have less cravings. So everybody's body absorbs differently. I think the reason I need to is because of my, you know, medical issues, and my body absorbs and metabolizes.
I need 3 because I'm a big girl.
Well, your body just metabolizes it differently. You can't go around and say that. You can't say, "Oh, you're large. You're large. You have to take more." But the thing is once you get that less cravings, you don't pace at night. Now, I'm the type of person, I don't have flour in the house, I don't have sugars, I don't have chips, I don't have sodas, I just have whole foods. So I would still wake up at 2 with the cravings for chocolate and stuff, but it's not in the house, but you still wake up and it freaks you out. Yeah. So I didn't get the cravings. And then what also it does, it helps suppress your appetite, the hoodia. And so you're not eating the bad stuff, you don't feel like you're deprived. And I shared with Crystal the other day that I put together a little, I don't call it a rap, it's more like a jingle or a poem about my experience. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that together in a little kind of a foldy thing and put it with the bee light when I send it out to people, kind of sharing my story, so that they know, a little bit about me, and it becomes a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
And I think that would be kind of a fun thing, because then they would say, oh yeah, this did help her, maybe it'll help me too, yes.
Yeah, and I think, bodies think they need that junk when they're depleted. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and another thing too is what I do, I get back with them, and if they haven't experienced the full experience, some people say, oh, it didn't do anything. But I tell them, I say, well, your body probably needs to try too. And usually when they try to, they definitely see the results. So then I spend a day of the week and I drop off extra samples. And I just want them to experience it, because what happens is when they get that, they just are so ecstatic and they want more of it because it's made such a difference for them.
Sabrina wants to try a sample. Where are you located, Sabrina? Are you here in the Tri-Cities, or are you someplace that we could mail a sample? So when she gets done writing, in Texas. Okay. So what I would suggest you do is just send an email to Maggie. And what's your email address again?
It's at gotenergylady@yahoo.com.
GOTENERGYLADY.
Yep.
At yahoo.com.
Yeah, because I actually go around giving energy to everybody. That's what I do. And I've made it my
Margaret,
my
you
career.
already have it. Margaret's already in Be Light.
All right.
But it sounds good telling her telling about it. Oh, that's okay. So Sabrina, if you missed that, go ahead and email Maggie at gotenergylady.com,
and I'll connect with you. Yeah.
Sorry, it's gotenergylady@yahoo.com. So go ahead and email her, and she will connect with you directly, and she can mail you a sample. No, girlfriend, we're talking about you. But her story is amazing. Got Energy Lady. Yep, that's it, Sabrina. Perfect.
And, to me, I'll go the extra mile to make sure that we get the right recipe, because, hey, when I got the right recipe, I've lost 16 pounds since September 10th. And on my Facebook post, I show a picture of me in the dress that I wore at the Women's Expo, October 16th, 17th, 18th?
Was it October or September?
No, it was October.
Yeah.
And then
Mid-October.
November, the 21st is when I had the other show, and I could put at least 3, possibly 4 fingers in my belt. Mm-hmm. So that's how much I've lost. And I was in physical fitness and health all my life. And these medical issues, I did gain weight, and I just didn't know how I was going to get this off. I was counting calories, but I knew I didn't have the energy to exercise. It was just driving me crazy. And then with the less energy, you get that in that depression cycle,
Yeah. So the only thing that she did, Margaret asked if you changed what you were eating. No, Margaret, all she did was go up, and she started taking 2 Be Light instead of 1.
Yeah.
And adding that second Be Light just helped her to completely cut any cravings that she was having of eating late at night.
Yeah, it just controls it controls your appetite, and if you see all this junk food and everything, you don't even have the cravings for it. For some reason, it just makes you feel satisfied, and so you don't feel deprived. And it's the easiest way. You don't have to buy these great big containers of stuff that has all these chemicals. You don't have to buy meal plans. You don't have to sit there and figure out what recipe you're going to make for dinner, and the calories and all that.
Stuff,
it's just so easy, and with our busy schedules, this is the easiest thing, and of course it's natural, so why not?
Yeah. And so Margaret, what she was saying is that she really discovered that you have to find just the right recipe for yourself, and like I'm sure that but so you figure out you take it at a certain time of the day, or you take a certain number of the pills. Yeah. And so she's just been doing it really super consistently, and it's paying off. I've been doing it somewhat consistently. I run out, and then it takes me a little while to reorder. But I hate running out of the product because it makes me feel so good when I take it.
If you run out, I'll give you some, girl. Okay?
I'll call you.
I don't want you, because when you run out, your whole day doesn't work, does it? No.
I definitely feel the difference when I don't take it. So, because you're running around all day. Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
and if you're going from work to home to kids to cooking to baseball and softball and all this other stuff, by the time you're done at the day, you're just like, you don't even know how you managed.
Yeah.
So, you're on adrenaline rush all day long, and that's not good either.
Yeah. So, ladies, thank you for hanging out. Margaret, if you run out, you need to definitely maybe, consider ordering and getting more, because that, I know that I do. And I'm just really impressed, and just... impressed isn't even the word. Like, this lady's passion, because of how this product has worked for her, it's just
my
contagious.
whole life now is dedicated to helping others, and it's like my calling. With all the medical issues I had last year, my doctor saved my life. Okay, on my birthday, he called me in and told me, you need to go and get the acupuncture and the herbal medicine to help the kidneys. And they say your levels never improve. Well, I tell everybody this because knowledge is power. And there are so many kidney dialysis places around. And if once you start, your body becomes dependent, the quality of life, you're stuck to not being able to travel or do anything. And so this is absolutely wonderful. So when I found Be-Lite and it changed my life, I mean, that's such an extra added bonus. And I thought, okay, there's a reason I'm being introduced to all these people. There's a reason I'm being introduced to you. There's a reason why all this is happening. And I believe that this is what, was intended.
Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and end this broadcast, but I wanted to thank everyone who's been here, everyone who's been commenting, everyone who's been giving us hearts, and everyone on the replay. And again, this was an opportunity to share this amazing medium of Periscope with someone who's brand new and who will be getting herself going on here. And so just keep a lookout for her. I will be hopefully being able to do more broadcasts where I share what other people in our community have going on. That's my goal. And we're going to make it happen. I'm just going to do it.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll see you guys later. Take care.
Thank you very much for coming in.
Bye.